Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. Today, once more, we have a ton of news, and it's pretty crazy, but I guess it's mostly because the crypto prices are going insane again, and that also leads to more development activity and more articles being written as there's more views and more interest, I guess. So, John Deaton posted earlier today, in the meantime, in the United States, the SEC demands to read all Slack messages from Ripple employees, while Gary Gensler asks Congress for additional authority to protect the legacy banking industry. Yeah, I don't think we should worry about China's lead in crypto. So that is a direct reply to this statement from earlier, which stated that 35 Chinese banks have embedded China's digital currency in their digital yuan wallets in their mobile apps and are offering to customers who are getting very close, as, in easy words, the CBDC launch should just come in really close. And even though we've already had a testing phase, quite significant testing phase over in China, right now the real adoption is getting very close. It's getting pretty exciting in that sense as well. Even though I'm not going to use it at all. Just the fact that crypto has gotten to this level, I guess, state level type, kind of, I guess. Yeah, it's really cool for me at least. All right, having said that, guys, let me know in the comment section down below if you are excited about the future of crypto. Just put yes down below in the comment section and put no if you aren't, but I kind of only want to see yeses. I don't know. All right, so Mine as Wells posted on Twitter. Turns out the rumor about Swift using XRP to settle payments is true. Swift settles trillions of dollars a year. Get ready for mayhem. The rate at which XRP gets burned on a daily basis will be substantial. We did it, crypto freaks. The Holy Grail lands with XRP. And this specifically, I'll talk about a little bit later, all right? Don't worry about it if you don't understand this just quite yet. I'm preparing a juicy video for a couple of hours from now, and I'll make sure it's worth your time. So make sure you are subscribed right now and press the like button if you want to see that video in a couple of hours from now. All right, then stock traders watching crypto investors during the weekend. Little fun fact, stocks, you can't trade them during the weekends because it's all closed, and crypto's 24/7. Do you know that I think at least, let's say at least 10%, 20, 25, no, let's say a very good percent of people don't or didn't understand that crypto was always, basically, or they just get really amazed when I tell them that, no, crypto's always open, you can always do crypto. It's just a little fun conversation because people don't understand that crypto never stops, never does, not for a single second, which once more is pretty damn crazy to me, actually. Just also crazy that you'll never have any rest. All right, then I said earlier today, XRP settlement and the year would actually be too soon. I need more time to buy. And John Wick 589 said, Dusty, you've had plenty of time to accumulate, my brother. People like you and I should be firmly in place by now because you can never have enough. And one fun fact is that indeed, you can never have enough crypto. I think the majority of you guys are also on the same line. You just can't. It's just impossible. It really just is. How sad it may sound, it is so difficult to ever get over a threshold where you're like, yeah, I'm done. I have enough. No, you can never get there. Then XRP Crypto Wolf just shared that Coinbase is launching in Japan with Ripple partner Mitsubishi UFJ. The exchange said it will initially support trading for the 5 largest crypto assets by trading volume, with more assets to come in the coming months. Japan loves XRP. And that actually brings me up to an interesting predicament. So theoretically speaking, right, Coinbase as a US company cannot let XRP be traded. But if Coinbase opens up a new subsidiary or smaller company in another country, like for example Japan where XRP is legal, then theoretically speaking XRP can be traded on that platform, right? Because even though Coinbase owns it, it's still just fully licensed and most likely operating properly in another country. So I'm sometimes thinking about that. If Coinbase really wanted to, they could facilitate XRP trading. If they really wanted to, at least not for US customers, but I guess they could, right? Yeah, at least that's my own 2 cents, my own personal opinion. Then 3 years of data on XRP social sentiment, a metric that tracks mentions developed by an algorithm and measures positive or negative shares. This too is available at Sentiment and works for all projects. excellent to keep you grounded in an emotional trading environment. So I don't really need to show you guys the demo or anything like that. It's a pretty interesting video, however, so you might want to watch it. But more so the point it's trying to bring across. And the point it's trying to bring across is if you are a person who trades purely because of what you see on social media, like if you're seeing a lot of people talk about it, you go trade. If you go panic because of something that people said, you're playing right into the games of what people want you to do. So what I've noticed before is that very often, if everybody thinks something will go up, it'll go down. And if everybody thinks it will go down, it will go up. And that's something which I've also fetched from this book, The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham. I've recommended this to the channel like years ago, and I'm still doing it right now as we currently speak. It's just a good book if you're trying to get into trading or trying to get into investing for that matter, because I know, it's not as easy to get into as it might seem. It's not as easy to kind of get over those emotions and to actually fully understand when certain things are being manipulated and how you can kind of find out if something is being manipulated. One of the easiest things is something I'll talk about more when we're going to be talking about Cardano later today. When there's big events like the 12th of September for Cardano, well, people all see the same exact event. So if everybody's thinking it's going to go up, same thing for the lawsuit in some certain perspective. If everybody thinks it's going to go up if a certain thing happens and the date is set, well, then people buy in anticipation of that already. And once the event actually happens, nobody is there to fill the gap. For the settlement, it's a little bit different because we don't know a date. If we had a date of settlement, the price would shoot up, and then the day itself, it probably wouldn't do too much. But since it's an unknown, people right now are buying, but not as much as when we had a date, because it could take 5 years, and they're not, basically giving all their crypto or all their money away to bet on it, basically. All right, then, by the way, guys, make sure you check out Bybit. A link is down below. It's the exchange I use for trading right now, and I definitely think it's a smart idea to go ahead and check it out, as right now there's also a big trading competition. It's called the World Series of Trading, and as I said before, you might want to participate in that. You have a solo and a team competition, but I would say just join both. It doesn't cost you anything. Team, you can join my team with a couple of others, and solo, well, once more, just join because it's your own money that you can win there. It's definitely worth it. All right, eventually, and this is actually kind of coming as a reply to the earlier statements of China going so fast on the CBDC rail, eventually a digital dollar could be issued, but the Fed is still a long way from deciding on it, says a U.S. central bank official. One conclusion that you need to know is that a U.S. CBDC will come. There's no question about that. But the question is, what exact network or what exact partners will they use to make it? And to what degree will it be useful and used, and to what degree can they make sure that they're going to make a ton of money off of that? That we do not just quite yet know, but I guess pretty shortly here we'll figure everything out as these things move fast, right? It says here that it's still a long way away. That's from becoming the standard or something along those lines. But from actually getting some hints and some first steps, no, we're not that far away. As these guys know, the longer that they wait, yeah, the more that China's going to develop on that, the more that Russia's going to develop on that, and the more of an advantage they're going to be losing. Obviously, they've already lost a pretty good advantage by not being first, but if they're still in that top list of innovators, basically, they can still kind of recoup some of the losses. If they wait until every country's out there, they've lost the race. All right, is the largest wealth transfer in history, it is the largest wealth transfer in history as the 99% supports the 1% of crypto. Interesting article, right? Very freaking interesting. Well, Mike McGlone said Bitcoin, the reserve asset and the dollar currency, the dollar's more than 300% advanced versus peers since President Richard Nixon ended the gold peg in 1971, is evidence the greenback is the least worth currency. But we believe Bitcoin represents the digital future. That's already an interesting statement to come from Mike McGlone, whom we've talked about a little bit before, but let's read. In the crypto market, meanwhile, the largest wealth transfer in history from no-coiners and boomers to crypto enthusiasts is happening, noted trader and economist Alex Kruger. According to Spartan Black, a partner at crypto fund the Spartan Group, it's the other 99%, everyone else who is not in crypto, supporting the 1% of crypto. And the funny thing is that they have no idea that they're doing it. He goes on to explain how the thousands of new millionaires and many billionaires, as well as minted in crypto, are going to cash out a portion of their newfound wealth to buy houses, cars, yachts, jewelry, club memberships, etc. This in turn drives up asset prices that result in real-world inflation, but it's a slow and organic process, and as such, you don't see that inflation actually happening. The people who are not in crypto also happen to be the ones who are less tech savvy and tend to have a set view of how the world works. They made their mark in the old world order, and they think all of this is a massive bubble or Ponzi that will crash spectacularly. That view keeps them away, and they keep subsidizing us years after year unknowingly, until at some point it becomes clear that crypto is the new thing and it isn't going away. So I actually had a discussion, I think yesterday evening, or is it the day before evening, I don't remember, with somebody about whether or not it's actually going away. Because I keep saying, there's a very, very small chance that crypto is going away, but I would personally say there's actually no shot. There's no chance that crypto is going away again, because, I'm going to keep making videos for the rest of my days. So, it really going away is just kind of not an option to me. It doesn't sound like something which would actually be possible in the real world. Now, from that same perspective, some people have told me, well, but what if crypto goes to zero? Is that it's gone then? I keep telling them, well, as long as I have my crypto coins, it's not away in my own personal definition. It's like, it is only if I cannot store or hold crypto anymore, and literally nobody talks about it, nobody uses it anymore. But what are the chances of that, right? That all of a sudden people just bundle together and say, nope, crypto, it ain't it. We're not going back into it. It could be if the United States tries to crash Bitcoin, or some big oligarch takes over the entire network by buying so much mining power and then breaking everything, something along those lines. But generally speaking, I don't think there's any way in which it could break that it can't recover from, basically, where it would be entirely dead. I just can't think about it like that. I think we covered everything. All right, I had here that the real name of Bitcoin creator was revealed. I know it's just, I don't know, it's just speculation, basically. Bloomberg's lead analyst, Eric Balkunas, has named the man behind the creation of the most expensive crypto on the planet. His name was supposedly Hal Finney, who unfortunately died already 7 years ago. He was a major supporter of Bitcoin since the creation of the crypto, and he was directly involved in the development of Bitcoin in early 2009, concluded the first ever deal with the mysterious Satoshi Nakamoto. A Bloomberg analyst clarified this after a detailed study of the material published by Hal Finney in 1993. In the publication, the programmer discussed the idea of creating crypto cards that work on the same principle as irreplaceable tokens, yet, to be honest with you, that doesn't say too much, as David Schwartz, for example, also talked about this crypto-like thing in 1989, I believe. And so there's most likely been, let's say, a dozen others or so who've also done it in their time right now. And Bitcoin is just the most successful, the first one to really bring it to a bigger scale. And I'm not sure if Bitcoin is actually the first technology that could solve the double spend problem. It's just the first technology to solve that, which actually got extremely popular as well, huh? At least I guess so. Maybe there have been way more, right? Let's say, for example, in 2002, maybe, who knows, right? Maybe the guy just never really published it too far, or it's been in the works already for so many years, but it's not really a public thing. What I mean with that is that Bitcoin right now has gone so extraordinarily quickly out of proportion, but it also became really big and completely kind of traceable and transparent, right? It could be that there's this newer technology or this stranger technology in the background somewhere too, that these guys who created it basically are not really showing to you, right? It's just, it's been made, it's been there, and it might have even developed itself now throughout these years, but it's not really shown to you, yet it exists. I sometimes think about that too. All right, but that was it for today's video. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe, and I will definitely see you guys again in another crypto video later today.